Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is your Coffee Bites with Vijay, and this is day 2 of solving the lead code problems. This is gonna be the arrays second question, and I will be solving the second question, that is two sum problem. So guys, if you have not yet liked, subscribe my video, please do it. Okay, then let's go and analyze this problem. Guys, what is this two sum problem? You can see example 1 on your screen. This asks me, like they have given an array that is 2, 7, 11, 15, and they have given a target 9. And your task is to give the output that adds to be and gives you the sum 9. For example, you can see in the example 1 where at index 0 and index 1 the numbers are 2 and 7, and these two numbers will give you the output 9. So your task is to give the index of those numbers which add and give you the final value to be 9. For example, let's go and let's check this. For example, guys, this is the array given to you, that is 2, 7, 11 and 15. So, and they have given you a target that is 9. So your task is to give the index of the values inside this array that add up and gives the sum value to be 9. For example, in this array, 2 plus 7 will give me the value 9. So my task is to give the index of the index of this 2, that is 0, and index of this 7 is 9. So I have to uh, give the output as 0 and 1. This should be in the form of the array. So this should be the output of your problem. And in the example 2, you can see the array is 3, 2, 4, and the target is 6. So here you can see the index 1 and 2, that is 4, 2 plus 4, that will give me 6. So the index of 2 is 1 and the index of 4 is 2. So the array should be 1 comma 2. And in the third example, you can see 3 comma 3. So 3 plus 3 will add up to be 6, and I have to return the index of 3 and the index of the second 3, that is 0 comma 1 should be my answer. So how can we solve this problem, guys? How to solve this problem, guys? There are numerous methods you can solve this problem, but I am going to teach you the optimal solution that you can implement. So I am using the collection called hash maps. The collection called hash maps. Guys, if you are not knowing what is this hash map, don't worry, guys. I will do a video related to the collection framework in Java, and in that video I will teach you what is this hash map and how can we use this. So talking about the collection framework in Java, I will tell you in a short. There are many collection framework in Java, like there are list. In list we have array list, linked list, etc, etc. And in set we have hash set and tree set, etc, etc. And in maps we have hash map. And today in this video I will be using this collection, that is hash map. So what is this hash map, guys? Hash map is nothing but it is a table. It stores the key and the value. It stores the key and the value. This value is nothing but index. This is index. I'll store index. You can store anything, not only index. It's your wish. You can store anything, and this is key value. This is associated with this value. So in this way we can use hash map. It is like a map where it stores the key and value pair inside it. And guys, how to declare this hash map, how to use this hash map? Guys, the declaration is easy. It's like you have to write the hash map. This is the collection hash map, and the open triangle over here, and inside this you have to give the key and value. Guys, for me, in this problem I will store the value as the number inside this array. That is, I'll take this to be integer. I will store the two integer values. The key will be also, the data type of this key will also be an integer, and the data type of this value will also be an integer. So what I'll do is, I will take the wrapper class of this two integers, that is integer. This is the wrapper class, comma integer wrapper class. So this is the wrapper class that I'm going to use, and I have to declare the variable, and I have to create the object, that is new hash map. In this way, we are going to declare this hash map. So I have given a quick basic of this hash maps, and there are many function, guys. That is, you can use map dot put. In order to put the value inside the hash map, we can use map dot get in order to get the index of the key, and even we can use map dot remove in order to remove a value from the hash map, and even we can use map dot contains key in order to check whether that key is present, whether the key value pair is present inside the hash map. So we can use this four methods in our hash maps. There are many methods, guys, but these are the important methods that you have to remember, and I am gonna use first one, second one, and third method in our problem. So let's go and check. Let's do this. Sorry guys, 1 minute. There is an error. Okay then, guys, let's go and let's quickly analyze the problem. So guys, take the first example. The array is 2 comma 7 comma 11 comma 15. So this is my array. So what I'll do is, I will add a for loop. That for loop will go from 0 till n minus 1. Okay, I have taken a for loop that will traverse through this array. I'll traverse through this array, and I'm using the for loop. And what I will do is, guys, you can see the target value over here. So I will use a formula, that is, I can take some, I'll take some in complement. I am going to use this in complement. I'll create a variable, and what this variable will store is, I will do target minus the array, the value ARR of I, that is the first element, the second element, the third element, and the fourth element. I'm going to minus this, and I will check whether this complement is present in the hash map or not. For example, I will show you an example. For example, take this. Now initially my hash map is empty. It doesn't have any key value pair inside this. So what I'll do is, first my for loop, it will go at the index 0, and at index 0 it will check this. I will use this formula, that is target minus ARR of I. So what is the target, guys? The target is 9, and at index 0 ARR of 0, what is at the index 0 in example 1? That is 2. 9 minus 2 will give me 7. Guys, I will check. I will use the method contains key, whether the 7 is present in the hash map. Whether the 7 is present in the hash map? No, initially the hash map is empty. So what I'll do is, I will store the key, that is 2. The first value is 2, and I'll store the index of this 2 by using map.put method. By using the method map.put, I will store the index of this 2. I will store the index of this 2, and I'll store the key value, that is 2, inside this hash map. Now in the for loop, it will go to index 1. At index 1, again it will use the same formula, that is target minus ARR of I. What is the target? Target is 9 minus, what is at the index 2, guys? At index 1. At index 1 I have 7. The value is 7. So what is 9 minus 7? So this will give me 2. I will check whether this 2 is present in the hash map. Yes, 2 is present in the hash map. So what I will return is, I will return an array. It depends on the problem, guys. If they ask you to return the value, you can return the value. But in this problem, you can see the output, they have given the index. So I will return the index of this 2 and 7. So I will return the index of this 2 by using map.get method. I will return 0, and the index of 7 is 1, and I will return the index as 0 comma 1. Okay, so this was example 1. Let's go and let's try run the same for example 2. My example 2 array is 3 comma 2 comma 4, And I'll do the same thing. Initially, I will create a hash map that will be empty. And what I'll do is I'll go at index 0, and I will use the same formula, that is target minus ARR of I. Is what is the target given at example 2. In example 2, the target is 6. So 6 minus 3. So what is 6 minus 3, guys? 3. So is 3 present in the array? No, 3 is not present in the array. So I will add the key value as 3, and the index of 3, I will give 3 commas. I will add the index of 3, that is 0. Now the for loop will go at index 1. At index 1, it will again use the same formula, target minus ARR of I. What is the target, guys? 6 minus 2. What is 6 minus 2, guys? 4. Is 4 present in the array? Is 4 present in the hash map? No, 4 is not present. So what I'll do is, again I will add 2 comma the index of 2, that is 1. Finished. And I will go at the index 2. At index 2, I have 4. Again, it will use the same formula. Target is 6 minus 4. What is 6 minus 4, guys? 6 minus 4 is 2. And I will check whether 2 is present in the hash map. Yes, 2 is present in the hash map. So what I will do is, I will return the array. That is, I will return the array of the index of 2. What is the index of 2, guys? 1. And here, what is the index of 4, guys? Index of 4 is 2. I will return 1 comma 2 as the array, as the output. So this was the dry run of second example. Now I will dry run the third example. In the same way, guys, again the for loop will run, and here the target minus ARR of I, that is 6 minus 3. Initially the hash map will be empty. 6 minus 3 is 3. Whether the 3 is present in the hash map? No, initially the hash map is empty. So again I will add 3 comma 0, and again it will go at the index 1. At index 1, again it will do target minus ARR of I. Again it will give me 3 as the output. Is 3 present in the hash map? No, 3 is, yes, 3 is present in the hash map at index 0. So what I'll return is, I will return this index 0, and I'll return the current index of 3, that is 1. So in this way, we can use the hash map collection framework, and we can solve this two sum problem. I think you have understood the theory of this. So let's go and code the same thing in the lead code. Okay, guys, let's start coding. Let's implement the problem. Guys, now first I'll create the hash map. Guys, remember, I am using this hash map from java.util.hashmap collection. You have to write this first statement in order to implement the hash map collection, or else you can even use java.util.star, or else you can specify the collection name, that is hash map. And here I will store the key and the integer key and the index of that key. So both the values are of the data type int. So I will take the wrapper class of integer, that is integer comma integer. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, it's correct. And here I will create a variable, some variable. I'll take it as map equal to new hash map. That's all. So this is the declaration of a hash map. And now what I'll do is, I will run a for loop. For int I equal to 0, I is less than nums dot length I plus plus. So this is the for loop, guys. And inside this for loop, what I'll do is, I will do target minus ARR of I. That is int, I'll take some variable c equal to target minus nums of I. Yes. Now this value will be stored in the complement. Now my task is to check whether this complement is present in the hash map or not. So in order to do that, I will use dot contains key, map dot contains key method, in order to check whether that key is present in the hash map or not. So for that, I'll use if map dot contains key of C. If this contains, what I'll do is I will return the index. So return, guys, I'm gonna return the array. Why? Because you can see over here in the third line, the return type is of array. So you have to be careful. You have to check whether the return type is array or the index or the value itself. And according to that, you have to return the values. So here the return type is int. So I'll create the integer. I'll create an array. And inside this array, what I'll do is I have to get that integer. I have to get the index of that value. For example, yeah, I have to get the index of that value. So in order to get the index of that value, I can use map.get. Map.get the index of that value. How can I get the index of that value? That is index of C. So that is nothing but complement, comma, I, the current index. So this will return me the index values. If the complement is not present, if the target minus nums of I is not present in the hash map, what I'll do is I'll put that value in the hash map by using map.put nums of I and the index value. That's all, guys. This is simple, guys. That's all. So this is our code. Let's run this. This is giving me an error, that is missing return statement. I have given the return statement, right? This is showing me an error. Showing me error over here. Oh yeah, guys. If the value is not found, what I have to return is I'll return -1 if the value is not found. So I'll return, if the value is not found, I'll return new int -1 comma -1. That's all, guys. Let's run this. Guys, you can see all the test cases are cleared as I have explained. In this way, guys, you can solve the two-sum method, two-sum problem. So if you liked my video, if you like the way I have solved the problem, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. So this was the day 2 of solving the LeetCode problems. So bye bye, guys. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.